They were fully taking my case and I said, okay, तुम्हारे dad क्या करते हैं? And I said, daddy comedian है.
Oh shit.
And they said, मतलब comedian.
So you do the whole acting. I like the way you do it. You pull it out slowly. Oh, he's comedian.
No, I was really trying to avoid it.
I know, fair enough. But
I
you can't
really
lie.
did not want to
How
bring
can
it
you
up.
lie?
But yeah, and then they like, कि कहाँ पर comedian मतलब किधर? And I said, करते हैं बॉलीवुड में थोड़ा बहुत काम करते हैं.
Hold that. I want to close on her properly for the revealing moment. I would love to see what Krishna and Bharati and Sudesh, what do they do at that point when they realize she's from the royal family? Go on.
So I went and then they said, okay, अच्छा बॉलीवुड में काम करते हैं, नाम तो बताओ. And I said, Johnny Lever. At this point Sudesh ji went, अरे बेटा तुम तो हमारी बेटी हो. हाँ मालूम है इतना ही है, पर क्या करने का मेरे को मालूम नहीं है. आपको क्या दिखाओ क्या, मतलब मैं क्या किया ऑडिशन में मेरे को याद ही नहीं है अभी क्या बोलने का.
Jimmy, अभी Maharashtra is run by Gujarati, is not Maharashtrian, so you'll have to go Gujarati.
नहीं ऐसा है ना भाई, देखो अभी जब हम लोग करते हैं ना, हम लोग एकदम बेस्ट एंटरटेनमेंट देते हैं. हम लोग जिधर जाते हैं ना एकदम मजा ही कर देते हैं, हम लोग जलसा कर देते हैं.
But that's a lot of guts that you decided not to put the name.
Yeah, because I was going by Jamie Janumala, which Janumala is my original surname, just by the way.
Okay.
Very serious.
Okay.
But like when I was doing stand-up,
Johnny Janumala.
it's John Rao Janumala.
John Rao Janumala.
See, nobody will accept that.
Exactly.
Johnny Lever.
But look at the story of Hindustan Lever working there and all that. I mean, that's so the romance of that story is so much. What are you going to do with Janamala? It's just
Yeah. So I was, when I started doing stand-up, I went to the clubs and the club manager, she was like, okay, what is your artist name going to be? And I went, Jamie Janumala. And then she goes, no, I don't like this Janumala and all of that. You know,
it's not their pop problem. They can't decide what your name is.
I was going to Xavier's, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, one of these girls, they asked me, they're like, okay, you know, my dad is this and this, and what is your dad? And what does your dad do? And I said, okay, he's a comedian, he's an actor. Okay, what, Johnny Lever. And then she goes, what, he has kids? And I was like, what is that reaction? What is that reaction?
Okay, we won't make it do anything. Just tell me, name me the artist you like doing. Where you really
I love impersonating Farah Khan.
Farah Khan is so
And
funny.
I love it that she's...
Then we must do that. Pause mark us from last.
No.
I won't demand anything after this.
Cyrus अभी बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है. अरे बहुत ज़्यादा. कितना किया यार, मैं थक गई हो यार. चलो यार.
She's damn cool.
No, मैं कर ही रही हूँ तो पता नहीं चल रहा है क्या. मैं कब से कर रही हूँ इधर बैठ के, तो फरा का ही मिमिक्री चल रहा है इधर. अभी क्या, चलो अभी बिरयानी खाने जाते हैं. चलो बाहर.
Yes, Cyrus Says, episode 2815, and we've got the supreme talent of Jamie, daughter of Johnny Lever.
Yay, thank you for having me.
Can I just, I know you're sick of this from your childhood, or the praise that your father will get and you listen to it, but I have to pay respect. It'll be wrong, because I come from a generation where if I don't, they won't let me back home, right? So, greatest of all time in most people's books, one-man industry, and also, which is rare, amongst the nicest people. Because normally with success, you know, but I've never heard a bad word about Johnny. And I've actually met him a few times. I've worked with him once. He'll never remember me. But
I've worked with you, by the way, and you don't remember.
Oh, shots fired within a minute.
No, try.
One second. In Mr. Natwarlal, I was a very small player. What are you talking about? Oh, in Ryal's play.
Yeah. Oh, you know. Okay.
Jimmy, when you came,
I was one of those,
the day you came, I know whatever, but the day you were coming, they're all, Johnny Lever's daughter's coming, Johnny Lever's daughter's coming. Please understand, we are South Bombay. Okay, any celebrity, somebody's coming, it becomes a huge thing in South Bombay. Because only rich people with no credibility live in our area. So you have to understand. I definitely
But
remember.
I was like one of those 10 angels around Cyrus, and I was like, oh, and we had to like pose around him and all that. Yeah. But yeah, I thought you had no idea that I was in the
mean.
play.
I'm not
No,
that
we had
bad.
like a nice interaction.
The other 9 I don't remember.
Listen, they're also famous people now, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. Much
Tara
more.
Sutaria was in the play.
Oh, she was also... Damn.
She was the lead, hello.
Oh, she was the lead, right. Grease, no? This is?
Yes, Grease the musical.
Yeah.
What were you playing?
Sorry?
What were you
I
playing?
was her boyfriend. Why? It happens in Hindi films. Hero 57, girl 32. उसमें कोई problem नहीं है. Now attack me in a play where the budgets are so less.
John Travolta part.
Of course.
Oh, nice.
No, really.
No, I was just playing a small sidey, one song, but lovely song.
Okay.
What is the song called? God.
I can't recall, no. No idea.
It's okay. Grease heads will tell us in the comments.
No, it is about the angels coming down and all that. God. Jimmy,
we were. I really cannot
but
recall.
it's a
we
hit
were-
song of the time.
Yes.
It's a lovely
I'm
song.
not of that time, so I don't know.
Nobody
why
will like
you're asking me.
musicals, and most straight men like you do. So, just kidding. Okay, so Johnny, what's your impression of Johnny? Quickly before we get into
One of
Jamie.
the greatest of all time.
Yeah?
क्या बोलूं अभी,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I have seen his 2 hour stand up, 2.5 hour stand up.
That's the thing. So far,
Listen.
my generation discovered him through films, and
Yeah.
then there was this whole new world that opened up.
He's the father of
when
stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, and the problem is 2.5 hours. Not problem. The thing is unbelievable. 2.5 hours, not one smutty remark, nothing sexual really. You know, nothing. The whole thing is clean. And it's funny, which is almost impossible for today's generation.
I know,
I was told, but do the podcast, say the word fuck 3 times. and I said, no, I'll do 2 times. Remember? And you guys pulled my arm and also I did it 3 times in the end. So, yeah, that's it. We won't overdo it. No, I know. Because
No, I just don't know what to say at this time
I know,
because
I
I can't even say thank you. कोई मतलब ही नहीं
Correct,
बनता है.
correct.
So
And
I'm
it would
just
be
like,
wrong if we didn't say it. So it's a bit of a difficult
No,
one for both
sure.
of
No,
us.
of course,
Right.
yes.
We should just keep Johnny's picture here and then continued with our mark of respect. But now let's go to Jamie. And yes, so we met at a play in about 10 years back.
10 years back, yes.
And but she was already known as more as a stand-up comedian.
I had just started doing television at that time.
Television,
So yeah,
yeah.
I had kind of, that was my launch on,
Yeah.
what was that?
Instagram.
Why am I forgetting
Everybody's
this?
forgetting
Why?
everything today.
No, I'm just, I think I'm
Beauty school,
nervous.
beauty school dropout. Beauty school dropout.
Beauty school dropout.
Beauty school dropout.
Yes.
You look like a beauty school dropout.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
That was the name of the song. Sorry. This
But
kind
yeah, I was doing TV at the time. I was doing Comedy Circus, and around that
Yes,
time,
that's exactly right.
around that
Yeah.
time, Greece happened. So yeah, 2 things were happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Comedy Circus, which is a huge market.
Yeah.
Of course, it does. I mean, your surname is Lever, so you send her there first. But there's much more to her than that. She can sing, she can dance, she can. I mean, not that Johnny couldn't. It's just that he chose not to in the beginning of his career. Yeah. So let's rewind. Start from
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Comedy Circus and.
Yeah, Comedy Circus happened, and so firstly, let me tell you, Daddy did not want me to go on it.
I can imagine.
Yeah, he was like, nahi, pata nahi kaise hoga, and he wasn't very sure about it. And then, but I secretly found out that there were auditions going on. So I went and I said, no, my uncle told me, he said, there are auditions going on, you want to go and audition and
Once,
test
but
for
they
it?"
know who you are.
No, they have no idea. They have zero
That's
idea.
superb. That's a cold audition.
Yeah, they
Excellent,
had
yeah.
zero idea. And he takes me to the office and I record like about 10-20 minutes of content on their tape.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I did. I blabbered something. I did like a couple of accents. I did like Maharashtrian accent, Gujarati.
Can you do them right now?
हाँ मालूम है इतना ही है पर क्या करने का है मेरे को मालूम नहीं है आपको क्या दिखाओ क्या मतलब मैं क्या किया ऑडिशन में मेरे को याद ही नहीं है अभी क्या बोलने का है?
Jamie, Abhi Maharashtra is run by Gujarati, is not Maharashtrian, so you'll have to go Gujarati.
नहीं ऐसा है ना भाई देखो अभी जब हम लोग करते हैं ना हम लोग एकदम बेस्ट एंटरटेनमेंट देते हैं हम लोग जिधर जाते हैं ना एकदम मजा ही कर देते हैं हम लोग जलसा कर देते हैं so I don't know what I was blabbering but like things like this I just recorded some 15 minutes of content and they liked my audition tape and they said this very evening
What is the name you put? You have to say Mera
I
naam.
said Jamie J because I was doing stand-up shows at that
As
time
Jamie
at the
J,
clubs,
yeah.
as
Yeah.
Jamie J.
Just to cut for a second. So the whole idea is you don't want to be known as Johnny's daughter.
No, I was like, no, I want to create my own
It's
identity.
like
you know?
Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
He says
Francis
he
Ford
didn't want the Coppola name.
God's
See, moment they
son.
hear the name and see Lever's surname is too like.
Yes,
you know,
मतलब
if it
बहुत
was-
obvious हो
if
जाता है.
it
It'll be
was,
too obvious.
You know, just a normal Sharma or something is one thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, but that's a lot of guts
Yeah.
that you decided not to put the name.
Yeah, because I was going by Jamie Janumala, which Janumala is my original surname,
Okay,
just by the way.
okay.
Very serious.
Okay.
But like when I was doing stand-up,
Johnny
it's
Jonomalu.
John Rao Janumala.
John Rao Jonomala. We learned
See,
something
nobody
new
will
today.
accept
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Will I know? Johnny Lever.
But look at the story of Hindustan Lever working there and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's so the romance of that story is so
Yeah,
much. What are you
yeah.
going to do with Jonamala? It's just yeah.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
when I started doing stand-up, I went to the clubs and the club manager, she was like, okay, what is your artist name going to be? And I went, Jamie Janumala. And then she goes, no, I don't like this Janumala and all of that. You know,
It's
can't
not their
make it
pop
short.
problem. They can't decide what your name is.
But really, she's like, no, cut it short. This is
Give
too
me the
long
name
for
of this
me.
manager. We will make sure she never works in the industry again.
She was French, so she couldn't even say my name properly.
Oh, okay.
My
all right.
surname.
I
so.
like French women. Give her a second chance.
So then she said, okay, like
French
make it
Canadian,
shorter.
you mean?
No, this is the British
No, no.
comedy
The,
club.
the, laugh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
laughing
yeah.
store, the
Yes.
laughing store, whatever.
The
I met the
laugh-
same lady. The laugh fact. What is it?
No, Laugh
Comedy
Factory
store.
now.
Comedy
the comedy
store.
store.
Yeah.
What kind of comedians are we? Biggest bloody.
But this is like a decade ago now. It's been a while.
More than a decade now.
More than a decade ago.
Yeah, I met the same lady. Quite attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sidetrack. Back here.
So yeah, she said go by Jamie J or something like that. So I was using Jamie J everywhere I went. So I thought it was pretty cool and everything.
Yeah.
So when the audition happened, I said, okay, Jamie J likh do and all of that. And that the same evening they gave me dates for the entire show.
Wow.
They said, yeah, we're like hiring you and you're like book yourself and all of that. So I got really excited. Then they did a couple of workshops. So I said, yaar, ye audition liya, and now they're telling me to do workshops, and then they'll still select,
Somebody else,
somebody else. And I said, what is this? But anyway, 2 days of workshop, and then finally when I was...
What did they do a workshop for
I said they were
comedians?
just making us do like gags and things like that. Those sketches that they did on
They're trying
Comedy
to see if
Circus.
their writing is working. They're free actors. Is this cheating? No, I understand for a movie because you're trying to get into something, but here they're doing skits, right?
Yeah.
So why do you, I mean, you don't need to, got to see the guy's got the talent for this kind of thing or not.
Chemistry बिठाने के लिए.
French people, I tell you. But
Yeah,
that's
they would
not
like-
Comedy Circus.
Switching up teams and things like that. They were experimenting with us. It was exciting but also very challenging at the same time.
Sounds vulgar. She's thinking they're switching up teams and experimenting with all of us. I'm 52.
Comedy.
Comedy.
About comedy, yes.
I can't remember the name of the store.
Yeah.
I can't remember comedy at all.
Comedy Circus was on mainstream television, so
Yeah.
it's secret
Yeah,
comedy.
it
Yeah.
was PG-13.
Yes.
On a Gen channel.
Yeah.
But even they have changed.
Gen channel.
Yeah, no, Gen,
J
not
channel.
J-I-N. Everything don't get worried about. We
These
can eat meat.
90s
Abbas, we can still eat meat. I'll tell you when we can't.
Okay,
We'll
fine.
be at the border together. Don't worry. I'll carry your bag. We'll go together.
Sure.
Sorry,
no.
Jamie.
No, it's fine.
We are all,
I'm
you're
enjoying
also
it.
minority. We're all minorities.
Yes,
Please
yes,
understand
we
what
are.
we are going through. We're suffering. Everyone here is non-minority in the room. They're thinking, we'll take his house. We'll take his family.
PR person is noting down the time like this.
We don't have
is
a
the
PR
part
person.
we have to cut
Lost
out.
his
Don't have a
job
PR person.
because of me. So
When did you break it to your dad then that you were on the show?
So
but
the same
she's-
evening I think I told him.
Oh,
no,
but-
this is after the workshop.
After the workshop, no, before the workshop I told him ki
But there was no
book kar diya
confirmation.
and all. No, because they gave me the dates.
Oh, so
But then after giving me the dates, they're like, नहीं अभी 2 दिन workshop भी होगा, फिर हम सोचेंगे. So I was like, okay, this is crazy. But anyway, eventually when I got hired and they called me for the final like cast and crew meet and things like that. So everybody was there, Sudesh Lahiri and Krishna and Bharti and all of these actors were there. Yeah, so they were like, okay, chalo. And then they started ragging us. अच्छा, क्या करते हो? कहाँ से आए हो? And then somebody said, okay, I think Sudesh ji. He went, अच्छा, तो तुम कहाँ रहती हो? And I said, अंधेरी. Oh, तुम तो अमीर हो and all of that. And I said,
this is comedy. Yeah.
they were fully taking my case and I said, okay, तुम्हारे dad क्या करते हैं? And I said, daddy comedian है.
Oh shit.
And they said, मतलब comedian.
So you do the whole acting. I like the way you do it. You pull it out slowly. Oh, he's a comedian.
No, I was really trying to avoid it.
I know, fair enough. But now
I
you can't
really
lie.
did not want to
How
bring
can
it
you
up.
lie?
Yeah, but yeah, and then they're like, okay, कहाँ पर comedian मतलब किधर? And I said, करते हैं बॉलीवुड में थोड़ा बहुत काम
Wait,
करते
wait,
हैं.
wait, hold that. I want to close on her properly for the revealing moment. I would love to see what Krishna and
Yeah,
Bharati
Sudesh.
and Sudesh, what do they do at that point when they realize she's from the royal family? Go on.
So I went and then they said, okay, अच्छा बॉलीवुड में काम करते हैं, नाम तो बताओ. And I said, Johnny Lever. At this point, Sudesh ji went, अरे बेटा तुम तो हमारी बेटी हो.
Not one mocking joke after that. Her chair's brought out.
Instantly
What
I
line
was
you
like,
want, man?
No, instantly I was like beta and then the behen
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
but they were
yeah.
so like they were like no ye hamari beti hai and they literally felt like okay we're family and this is someone from our family who's entering the industry and we have a responsibility now to take care of her,
Yeah.
make sure she's doing well and all that.
Or just fear because
No,
now better not show who we really are or we may not work again. But be careful. Yeah.
No, they were really really sweet to me and all of them helped me a lot.
You must have
know,
these
like on the
moments
show.
lots of times in your life, no? When suddenly Johnny Lever's your dad
Yes,
revealed.
I'll tell you
Not
one
just-
one instance when I was in college and somebody asked me, you know how in school and college,
Yeah.
तेरे dad क्या
Dad
करता है,
क्या
तेरे
करते
dad
हैं?
क्या
Yeah.
करता है. So in college, I remember junior college, I was going to Xavier's, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, one of these girls, they asked me, they're like, okay, you know, my dad is this and what is your dad and what does your dad do? And I said, okay, he's a comedian, he's an actor. Okay, what, Johnny Lever. And then she goes, what, he has kids? And I was like, what is that reaction? What is that reaction?
Yeah, I okay, can I take a
Yeah,
side?
we get
yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
slightly
yeah.
get it because that's not what you think of with Johnny. No? You don't think of wife,
You don't
kids,
think of a
dog.
wife, you don't think of kids.
That's not gonna, I mean, you don't have those face pulling happening in the side.
So I thought that was the weirdest reaction because hello, I'm right in front of
She
you and then
didn't
you can't
she didn't
see.
mean it that way. She was
No,
just
yeah.
stunned,
And then she said, hey. And then the other one said, hey, chal joke bol. And I said,
Of course,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
this is too much.
Listen, the lever's charge. You want joke? Put money on table.
money on the
Yeah,
table.
That's it.
So yeah, that was college life for me pretty much. And
yeah.
then, but it was fun.
But that's where you started doing because I'm sure in Malhar and all these other
Yes,
things.
yes.
Because the foundation for a lot of people. Abbas,
Yeah.
did you do that growing up? The
College fest,
Mumbai's-
that's usually the
Mumbai and
starting
Delhi and
point.
Bangalore all have
Yeah,
very strong
yeah.
college
Oh, yeah.
festivals.
Yeah. I did all Malhar,
Under which name?
Umang.
everything. I was obviously Jamie Janumala.
So you kept that name like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no mention of lever.
No, not at all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Jamie.
Yeah, it was just that.
And you come with your hardcore Gujarati accent.
Yes, full on hardcore
Jamie
Gujarati, Marathi, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won a lot of like singing, dancing competitions, stand up. I went into Mood Indigo also. I won first
Right,
place.
yeah.
Miss what was that?
That's a
Sapphire's-
personality thing.
Yeah,
I've
personality.
anchored
Yeah.
that, the Miss Malhar thing, different rounds,
Yes,
questions,
yes,
performances.
yes. I
all
won that
yeah.
at Sapphire, so I
You
won
basically
one
went
there.
with the crowd support. They clap
Yes.
and sort of know who the people like.
Yeah, so that gave me a lot of confidence, and my dad also was like realizing ki chalo.
Was he worried that you might become like
He
an
didn't want me
actress,
to
no?
enter the industry.
What did he want you to do?
He was like, "Nay, just do like some." He said, "Do jewelry design or something like that, or fashion design or something."
Where did that come out?
See, that
I don't
Janumala
know,
name
just-
goes with a jewelry
Yes,
designer.
huh?
Janumala Jewelers.
Yeah, exactly.
Janumala and the Sons.
But I think he's been a very protective dad. Like
Yeah.
all my life, I know that he's just
He's
been
outside
like,
right now. With a gun.
yeah, we weren't supposed to.
Did you tell
mention
him
that.
you're coming on the podcast? You may not even remember me, but I've come to your house.
How can he not?
Yeah.
Please, no. Of course,
We
he
did
knows you
Jalwa.
very well. Huh?
Yeah. Movie Jalwa. I think Jalwa is amongst his first works. Okay?
Yes, yes.
And made him famous instantly.
Yes.
And he was fantastic there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were in Jalwa.
Yeah.
Oh, what
We
were
hung
you
out.
doing? What were you playing?
I was 14.
Yeah, he's a child actor in
yeah.
that film.
I have to say, firstly, I'm such a big fan.
See?
Listen, in the 90s, all the pranks that I've played on people is
course.
because of that
Yeah.
show Bakra.
Yeah.
So all the people who won like washing machines and refrigerators is us calling these kids. Me, my
Oh
brother,
my
my
God.
cousin, we would call random people, but then all our antics stopped when the caller ID started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, damn it.
Caller ID killed a lot of fun.
Yeah, so, but
really.
we've
Smartphone
like...
killed comedy.
You need that land. And that land
so
phone
much fun.
ringing also is so much fun to listen
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
Firstly, tring tring. Because you don't know who it is. Who the hell is behind that ring? You're waiting to see. Yeah.
Oh, we had so much fun. We used to be like, आंटी आपने वो लकी ड्रॉ किया था? And she's like, हाँ बेटा किया था. आप जीत गए हो.
Hey, do that neutral voice that they do, no? The call operator. And namaste, that one. When they call up for
ऐसा नहीं
things.
आएगा. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं आएगा मुझे.
We are very
I do
limited.
that Marathi बोलते हैं, I do that Gujarati.
We are very limited talent at our disposal. So when we have someone, we try to exploit them a little bit. Please understand, yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Which we have to come all the way up to the fact that you're doing a Telugu film, which will be released sometime at this point
This year. This year.
But now after you did the theatre thing, the
Yes.
Greece and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So you're dabbling everywhere. You've already done the whole circuit of colleges. You're known in the college circuit because you won lots of things. And then you've decided no jewelry design for you. You're going to become a...
No, definitely. No,
You
I
first
went
to London.
I went to
study.
London.
You went to London.
Yeah, I went to do my masters in marketing communications. And
But why
until
would you
then-
do that when you were already doing all these
Because
things?
my parents were like, no, get a degree, do your,
Yeah.
you know,
A man who
That's
was
the
post-grad.
Indian kid thing to do.
Yeah, but
na,
the
कि
man
हाँ,
is
पढ़
like
के कर दो
the
खत्म.
father's the apex. He's like the top predator in the food market, you
Yeah,
know?
but still.
Yeah,
So
but
you
he's
think
also
if
like
he
very...
doesn't have faith in the system, the system is really scary.
My
Yeah.
dad is also very like typically South Indian, very like protective and like padhai karo,
Yeah.
we have a secure, safe life, that kind of thing. So he was like, no, just study, you know, like do your postgrad and then work a little bit and then figure out what you want to do. And I was like, okay. I had a job also in London. I worked as a sales executive, you know, and I sold like market research books and I made
Would you
cold
like to
calls
work at
and
IBM?
stuff.
Sales as an opening.
Salary kitni hai is the question.
Well, let me tell you this way. It's something that we're discussing.
Wait, but did
Nahin.
you ever use comedy at that point in your day job at any point?
It was weird, not comedy as such, but then I was surrounded by a lot of creative people. It was very funny because I used to work and there's this guy called Jerry used to sit right opposite me. He was a
Jerry and
model.
Jamie sound-
Jerry and
Sounds
Jamie.
like an ice cream chain.
Yeah, cute. But yeah, he was a model and that,
She's flirting with a guy who's not even here. How bad is it for us?
listen, he was
Floating
really
Too late
handsome,
for Jerry
but
now.
Really handsome?
yeah, and he used to flirt with me. So I was very
Yeah?
like,
Oh, wow. Imagine if you married Jerry, what would be your surname? Jamie Smith. It would be really confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
So he was a model and then there was another rapper who used to work with me. So
Baba Segal.
yeah.
No, that was with me. Yeah.
So some guy from Chennai and तो ऐसे कोई singer था,
Oh,
कोई
famous?
actor.
In London?
In London,
okay.
weirdly. So I was like, I had all these creative people around me. So I was like, okay, this is like, these are signs. I don't belong here. We need to go.
On the other hand, you got a proper job in England, which is not that easy to get.
No.
And most people would be like, wow, my daughter's settled and all. I'm just thinking the parents must be really happy with that.
My mother was very happy. My mother's very like proper South Indian, and she's like, oh,
this is a success story.
Yeah. She's like, she'll get a job there, visa bhi mil jayega, koi gora pad jayega, and then she'll get married.
That's racist.
Do you think Jerry was planted
no.
by your mother?
Jerry was planted for sure. It's clear.
Yeah, my mom was like,
calling
she's
Jerry.
that like.
Jerry is like this South Indian who looks Caucasian. Those guys. Like,
No, Jerry was not white, huh? He was black.
Okay.
Who was black, even better.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow. Okay, let's go back to India then. So when did you make the decision to shift?
When I was doing that job, I was like, no, I can't have this. I can't do this anymore.
But
This
with
is
no
too
offer
much.
coming or anything from India or anything
Nothing
like that?
at all.
You
Nothing
just said,
at
I don't
all.
want to do
I was
this.
like, no, I don't belong here. This is not for me. This is boring.
Is it because Jerry loved Tom more? And there was no future there?
How long did it take for you to come up with that?
No, I'm just thinking, if she likes that guy, it's a settled job. It's a bit odd to suddenly make the change then. Normally the change would happen if it was, the job's not a happy job. There's no romance. All these things add up when you're outside India. So I'm saying everything's going for us. So it's a little weird. Why would you want to go back at that point? So
I was just only doing it for my parents. I really didn't want to be there. And the money was a little bit of motivation.
Yeah.
Because I was like, pounds mein kama rahi hoon. And I was getting my incentives and all that. So that was really fun. But then I said, no, I don't. This is not for me. Nahi ho raha hai. So I had to I made that decision. It was difficult. But I said, no, Daddy, I have to come back. I want to do comedy. And it was
Did
a big...
he cry?
He was shocked. Then...
Let's show a picture of Johnny shocked.
You don't need to show pictures. This is live example.
A lot of gifs online.
Just the eyes.
But I love those moments, when they're in the ensemble and Johnny's 3 octaves above the rest. Everybody else is shocked. He's like, Johnny shocked.
No, he was shocked and he really wasn't expecting it because he was like, yeah, what happened? Then he said, but all this money that I put into your education, uska kya? Like all that goes to waste completely. But then he said, okay, he saw my side and he said, okay, you've done everything I asked you to do. So, okay, you try what you want to do. So you go back to India and then he literally just left it to me. He said, okay, try karo.
Wow.
And that was me, yeah.
For my kids, I'm going to be very strict. Once they go there, I'm going to change my residence.
Be what? Like they are grown up now.
Oh, that's right. Get jobs. Bastards. Sorry, where were we?
Yeah, I came back to India then.
So you came back to India with nothing, huh?
Nothing at all.
Zero. Just the plan that this is not for me. I need to get back into the entertainment business. And comedy was your first thing. The stand-up comedy which had grown with your generation.
Yeah.
So you went back to Jamie J, right?
Jamie J.
And
did you have like?
Did you see her perform? Since you're
I did at Comedy Story. I used to do spots back then.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was bad.
I was coming to that. So did you?
What? You were coming to that? Thank you.
I was coming to Comedy Store performance.
Listen to what she said.
Because back then it was very like Comedy Store. If you're performing, you have to perform in English. It has to be like very prim and proper.
Okay.
So did you have that? Okay, I'm going to do comedy, but I'm going to do it in English. It's going to set me apart from whatever.
No, I realized I did it in English and then I didn't feel very comfortable.
Right.
And I was like, no, this is not coming naturally to me. I can do English,
Right.
but I don't want to keep it English. It's not working for me. I tried it though, and I was, like I said, I was bad. I got bombing हुई है मेरी काफी, and then hooting भी हुई है.
How do you know it's bombing? Like when they don't clap? Like how do you know?
When they don't laugh.
They don't laugh, and then they start hooting. And
you've made a career out of bombing.
Bro, what's the other side like?
Good thing you have Kunal with you.
What's it like? Yeah, he really bombs.
It was there were some days where I think I did
own material, right, Jamie? Like
yes,
your own material.
Yes, my own.
Do you remember anything? Like, don't have to do it. Just tell us the sort of topic and all that you get into.
I did one set which is on YouTube, which is actually okay.
This is when they had that shitty CCTV camera.
Yes. And I can't recall something about the sounds in the elevators. How how
nice.
So it was just a weird set.
There's no language in this piece. It's sound. इसमें क्या language है?
कुछ weird ही set था.
और ये आवाज कचक कचक और ये आवाज कचक कचक. It's like that.
Something like that. And then also this thing about...
we have the old lifts with the bars, huh? So you think you're in jail between floors. You look out.
I feel safe in them.
Even I could breathe.
Oh. कुछ हुआ तो किसी को
See, we
बुला
segue like this all the time. It's called the guest's time.
No.
Many guests have walked out. You're the first to stay. You've not had 20 minutes.
Okay then. All right.
Just do Johnny Shock. We have our market after that. Yeah. The real thing. That's the way to prove, instead of Aadhaar card, to prove you're a celebrity's child. Na?
Yeah.
They have to do something of the celebrity. Can you imagine where we go, Passport. Yes. You, Jamie Lever. Johnny Lever daughter. Yes. Show me.
But all of Comedy Circus have only done that. Every episode they were like, थोड़ा सा Johnny Bhai तो होना चाहिए. Because we have to like hammer it. के भाई ये Johnny Lever की बेटी है. We have her and now she's on the show. We've launched her. But yeah, they totally milked it. And then my Asha ji impersonation started when I was on the show.
Bro, we have no questions.
मतलब no time wasting, huh? Or get to it.
Asha ji, come on. Are you going to sing?
Chalo, I'll sing for you.
Asha ji impressions.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Wow, guys.
देखो पहले मैं जरा गला साफ कर लूं. देखो ना लोगों ने बोतलें खत्म कर दी तो कुछ ना हुआ मगर
Wow, superb. I wish we could pan here to our
you could do this in the middle of the night, wake me up and I'll be like
Abbas, you do a lot of good mimicry. Can you do?
No, I don't.
Can you do Jamie ka mimicry?
I can't.
Yeah, chalo.
Come on.
No,
चलो.
she's original.
मेरा तो हो गया. मैंने बहुत मसाला दे दिया है.
I think so. We should also pull our weight here. No pun intended.
No, since I'm saying she's original, I remember Johnny used to do this bit about Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Whereas like when Michael Jackson came to
Yeah,
India,
the toilet.
when he came to the airport,
of course.
there were people saying, "Hey, duplicate है." Like फिर Michael ने ऐसी जगह हाथ लगा बोले original है.
So yeah, that set he did for like I think at Filmfare.
At Filmfare, yeah, that was the first time I saw him do stand up, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this is great.
So he is the father of the stand-up without knowing
Totally,
it. Sort of
yeah,
he himself
yeah.
didn't know he was doing what was
Yeah.
going to become stand-up in a sense.
It's so sad that all of those shows are not archived, right? There's some videos floating on YouTube of in the 80s
Yeah.
or VHS tapes or whatever.
And they're badly shot. And
They're
from
badly
far and all
shot.
that.
Like
Yeah.
I wish those shows were recorded for posterity. So
Because
it would be.
the generation now, they feel like, okay, if you're going to watch Johnny Lever live, is he going to say some of his dialogues?
Film dialogues, yeah.
Which
And
is
that's what they're
ridiculous, yeah.
expecting. But like, my dad he says I have some 5 hours of content.
Yeah.
Which he can, एक बार अगर perform करना शुरू किया, he can do 5 hours.
Yeah.
in
On his
one
feet
go.
without stopping.
Yeah,
no
don't
start,
stop.
no middle, nothing. Just goes on.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I perform
Set-
with him, so
Right.
I've seen it myself. Like
yeah.
we've done some 250 plus shows together worldwide. Yeah, so
you
I've been on
you
his
do
team.
like a Jugalbandi gag?
No.
Or
I
separate,
do my
separate?
set, and then he does his.
But you
bit
must be
on
talking
the
about each
scene.
other, no?
A little bit here
Do
and
you
there.
make fun of him? Do you dare on stage?
No, I impersonate him.
Oh, nice. Can
Yeah.
you? Can you?
मतलब
You don't
याद-
Jamie, you don't have to.
I'm
You can
giving
say
you those
no at
pauses.
any
I was
point.
like,
No, we have to talk about a career
have to
also.
zoom
but,
in here, like-
but okay, see, not just can you do the talking and all that? Yeah.
yeah, but like normal or like, I do his dialogues. बाबा मेरे छोटे छोटे बच्चे बाबा ये मेरे छोटे छोटे बच्चे बड़े हो गए. Stuff like that.
If Johnny forgets, he calls Jamie. Jamie, just show me again.
But you know, like when I used to do it so much, like on every show, and then also on TV regularly. So my dad's like, "Abhi thoda sa kam karna."
So Asha,
ज़्यादा
Johnny,
थोड़ा कम.
A.K. Hungal.
So then I had to like think of other artists also. I was
Correct,
like,
yeah.
"Chalo."
Okay, we won't make you do anything. Just tell me, name me the artist you like doing. Where you
I
really feel-
I love impersonating Farah Khan.
Farah Khan is so
And
funny.
I love it that she's
Then we must do that. Cause Mark us some last.
No.
I won't demand anything after this.
साइरस अभी बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है. अभी बहुत ज्यादा. कितना किया यार, मैं थक गई हूँ यार. चलो यार.
Parsi, she's damn cool.
नो मैं कर ही रही हूँ तो पता नहीं चल रहा है क्या. मैं कब से कर रही हूँ इधर बैठ के. तो फरा का ही मिमिक्री चल रहा है इधर.
I'm Parsi.
अभी क्या, चलो अभी बिरयानी खाने जाते हैं. चलो बाहर अभी.
Superb. Sorry, I apologize. I should stay in the moment. But before we go to a break, let's get back to your career. Because what a point to stop talking about it. So you come back to India with no plans. Dad's a little shocked, but he's backing you. Mom's a little shocked, they're backing you.
Backing
what
me
happened?
and they're just supporting me like in spirit. They're like, हाँ चलो we will.
And back in
but
the room,
otherwise
they're worried.
doing nothing. They
Yeah.
were like not really. I thought my dad will make some calls or help me out.
Did
No,
you ever
no.
ask him? You don't mind?
No. I said, Daddy, okay, I'm gonna now start looking out for jobs.
So you expect him to say,
I was
don't
like,
worry, I'll talk
at
to...
least give me something, like some guidelines or,
Yeah.
beta, do this first. He said, okay, you want to try comedy? Okay, go.
That's it.
That's it. And I have called, so I had like, so when I went to college, I went to Jai Hind, some of my juniors like Sapan Verma and
Yeah.
Sahil and all were my juniors. So I
Correct.
called Sapan and I said, Sapan, mujhe comedy try karni hai, like what do I do? And he started laughing. He said, Jamie, why are you asking
My
me? Like,
surname
this
is
is
Verma.
awkward.
Your surname is Lever.
He's like, this is awkward. Like, what are you expecting? Ki main kya bolu? And then he was the one who kind of helped me out, get that spot at Comedy Circus.
So, Sapan Verma became a father figure in spite of being a young kid.
Yeah.
Sapan, thank you for that.
I'm sure he doesn't remember, but
Also, he doesn't watch the show. So, a waste of time. Yeah. Of course, he'll remember. What are you saying? Everyone will remember. Don't be worried.
Okay.
But so you come back and then you started doing the shows.
Those club shows
club
I used
thing,
to do.
which doesn't pay well, no?
Oh no, I think. Can I say how
Please
much?
say.
Yeah.
Let them know what
I think it was $5,000 a show or something.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
more than the podcast. Do the shocked expression for me, please. God, what about boyfriends? What are you breaking to Johnny Lever in the middle? I'm just thinking.
Listen, I do not have boyfriends. I'm not getting anybody because of this.
No.
Because of the lever tag. It's so difficult. So let me tell you.
Why? Why will they get scared?
I have no idea. They just get intimidated. Now, my friends told me you should go on this app and all that. So a couple of years ago, I said, chalo, I'll go on an app and I'll find myself someone. And I went on an app and people started recognizing me, okay? They were like, oh, okay, we've seen you somewhere. And then this one person actually said, okay, now you're talking to me. This will become a whole stand-up set, no, after some time. So I no, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
They don't take you seriously.
They think you material ke liye edit
Yes,
kar rahe
they think and they're like, okay, this is an experiment, isn't it? And material.
You need to find a guy from the comedy world. Stay where you are.
No.
Silvery, we have got lots of nice comedians who are looking for love.
And he's getting engaged this month.
But if a moment I say Johnny Lever family,
actually he might
have cold feet with the.
Listen, but 2 comedians in the house is more than enough. Like, itna comedy nahi chahiye life mein.
How does your mom handle it? Are you all a little competitive? All try to say funny things and all that?
Yeah, we are always trying to one up each other.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
The competitiveness is there, and also my brother is another one.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's very, very good.
Yeah.
He's very good, but he doesn't want to do comedy.
Yeah, I've seen him in your reels.
Yes.
But why doesn't he want to do comedy?
No, he's like, people will. Judge me too hard and they'll be like,
listen,
kyunki
it's a
beta
tough,
hai.
Johnny Lever.
know,
Middle of the line comedian also, I say, okay, but you're looking at probably when the history is written, he'll be the greatest of all time, the one who started everything. I mean, it's a tough act.
Yeah, it's like, it's too much pressure. I
At
can't
least
deal
Jamie
with
being
it.
a girl,
Wow.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Wow.
Shocked expression.
I'm getting paid for this, no? After this?
Listen. So you went to the.
Just check.
What?
I'm getting paid.
That's
no?
a bad word around here. Here, there are more chances of getting laid than paid. That's how bad this place is, right, guys?
We can't afford comedy store rates, but we'll do our best.
Yeah. And you can do the shocked expression when you see the check.
I'll save it for later then.
Okay, listen. So you started, like you said, $5,000, whatever. Still, it's something. But keep in mind, she's left the job in England in pounds.
Yes.
With a proper, good feedback for the future. You can go up in that, corporate chain, etc.
So, but when did you find your voice? Like you said, ke English mein jam nahi raha tha.
Yeah. Then I stopped doing Comedy Store also because I must say that the manager specifically said, okay, do some below the belt comedy. Like, I want you to put in some vulgar words here and there, put in some cuss words and all. And I said, no, I can't do that. It doesn't come naturally to me. And then also...
You never abuse people? Do you drive a car?
Not from stage.
I drive.
Self-drive.
But honestly, in my normal life, I don't cuss. So
Never?
much. No, like unless it's
You
really
don't live
bad.
in Walkeshwar.
and
You don't know
nikal
what
gaya
life,
meri muh se,
your
but-
life is very easy. You don't know what is life. Our life is like. Can't even say words because I'm so upset.
So I said I can't do it.
But why do they force people to abuse? I
thought
everyone's
that
not
was
the same.
so-
Why do they have to say the F word for no reason?
Yeah.
You can see the person is saying it almost like you force them. It's not a natural fit.
It was ridiculous. I thought that she put that in. Like, no, stand on stage and say fuck and say this and say that.
Because
and I was like,
our comedy level is so low that we abuse people laughed. You say, Benchot!
yes, and all kids, drunk in the middle of the night watching a comedy.
She said-
Hey,
And a
ye
woman,
bola isne.
a woman, ladki ne bola. Even
Exactly.
Better.
And then she said, no, it sounds really nice when a girl says it.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, no, this is
That was my
this is
Tinder
not okay.
profile also.
Please say
Yeah,
XYZ
yeah,
if you're
just
a girl.
abuse, yeah.
Okay. It's called a kink, Cyrus.
Fetish, no? Also. Sorry about us interrupting. Ignore us in carry on, but we want to tell you a story and we've got all the stuff to talk about in less time. In fact, we should take a break.
Yeah.
Because Abbas has been
I've been
talking
trying to
non-stop.
sneak signal it to you, but you're
When we come
not
back,
getting
how
it.
she goes from a corporate job in England to all the various things she gets. What is the first thing that sets her, onto the path where she knows no looking back from there? Let's find out. We'll take a break first. But now Abbas will try his Johnny Lever. expression of shocked.
It's very bad.
No.
I felt you're trying
That's the
to
reason
just
I'm
leave it
not.
to
I
me.
thought he had a jumbo vada pav and he's trying to put it in his mouth. That's the feeling I got. We'll take a break.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On all things policy, Saurabh Todi and Khyati Pathak speak to Suman Joshi about the concept of nations, nationality and citizenship that are being redefined in many ways. On Postcards from Nowhere, Utsav Mamoria embarks on a journey from Poland to China, where he explores why dictators are drawn to town squares and how these very town squares become the stages of their demise. Folks, if you like our shows, spread the word, tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: Omedia Network India, Abbott, IDFC First Bank and Save Life Foundation. Thank you for making this possible.
Back here with Jamie, and Jamie's telling us about her life story, her struggles. Well, the struggle is not that much struggle because she's been successful from start to finish. Was there a struggle?
Little bit.
When you come back, there is. Because then you'll have self-doubt also. Na, ki maine kuch kiya, correct kiya ya nahi. All that is in your head. How long was that period where you're not really sure about what work is there, playing the comedy store in the smaller places?
Yeah, it was difficult from the beginning. Like, when I started doing the gigs there, because I said, no, I'm going to keep it clean.
Right.
She wasn't giving me a lot of spots. And then also I wasn't sure if I wanted to be there. Like I didn't feel comfortable there. And I was like, no, this is not my scene. And I also did tell the manager that, if you have no idea which family I come from and the expectation and responsibility.
You did a Delhi dialogue.
Yeah, I was like, "Janta nahi hai, haan."
And what did she say in French? Parlez-vous français?
No, she went, even your dad will understand. And I said, no, my dad is known for doing clean comedy and the style that he's maintained that all his life. So I have a responsibility
More
there.
than clean, unclean, you want to be yourself. You want to be true to yourself.
Yeah. So she's like, no, I don't agree. And I said, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this. And I quit that job. And then literally for a couple of months, I had nothing.
Did dad ever come to see this performance?
No, my uncle came.
Okay.
My uncle came once and he was like, beta, you can't go on stage like this and just do anything. Because I said, like, I had some bad episodes also. And my uncle's like, no, you've got to really prep and, work on your content and things. So anyway, I didn't do that job anymore after that. And then TV happened. And then one after the other, thoda I started getting jobs here and there.
And then acting, then you have to segue into acting because now you're firstly Johnny's daughter, secondly very good at comedy. So then that whole stereotype thing starts all over again.
Yeah.
And they don't have too many young, pretty girls who are comedians, not to be rude, but at that point they were less. And so that also becomes but we want her in our Comedy Circus group, etc., etc. So how did you get into mainstream acting as well?
Okay, so when I was doing TV, I did an interview with a Gujarati magazine, and they were just experimenting, and they said, let's record this.
First question they
interview a
asked was,
little
how much do you earn?
bit. No.
Kitlo paiso?
Ketlo paiso. But they just did like a small interview, and they said, this is the first time we're trying to record something, and we've never done this before, but we'd just like to, do this with you. And I said, okay. And they asked me to sing one Gujarati song and impersonate Asha ji and whatnot. So it was like a 2-minute video, which went viral on WhatsApp at that point. And then somehow it lands on Abbas Mastanji's phone, and then they were writing a script at that point, and then they decided to have me as one of the characters, and they wrote an entire character for me, and without me even knowing that this is happening in the background. And then they reach out to my dad saying, oh, we need Jamie for this role.
Wow, so you can't say yes or no. Hey, look at the mafia, and Abbas Mastan called up dad and said, just make sure it happens. Dad says, make sure you go.
Abbas Mastan famous for having Johnny Lever in every film.
And they've seen me bachpan se.
Of course.
And Cyrus Says, the last film which didn't release. Who's laughing now? And they've seen you so you're almost like family.
Yes, because they've been around the house so many times. They've had readings, narrations in my house. So they've seen me as a child. But they were very surprised to see my video, and they called my dad and said, "Arey, Jamie क्या कर रही है?" And my dad said, "हाँ, वो बेचारी कर रही है कुछ, वो कर रही है, वो अपनी मेहनत कर रही है." And they're like, "नहीं, बहुत अच्छा कर रही है."
Does he make the same faces when he's on the phone? The emphatic face pulling.
No, he's a very normal person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what-
got like.
like
No,
that-
but he's animated. I've
He
met
is
him.
animated,
He's
yes.
not a.
Of course, yeah.
It's not like he just goes into a neutral shell or
But
something.
I was also thinking the same thing. Like your friend at Xavier's was like, how can Johnny Lever have kids? In my head, I'm like, for you, he's just dad.
Yeah.
So like, I can't imagine an angry Johnny Lever. So like, agar marks come aaye, so how can he be angry, or how can he wake you up in the morning like a normal person? So yeah, those things is just, it's Johnny Lever.
Even now with the alarm on the phone, he has to wake you up.
I
Why
just
are you
gave an
asking?
example.
Why are you
Baba.
asking? Don't answer.
Most dads wake up their
mat
kids.
pucho. Relevant questions. It's written there. My questions are also written. I just didn't bring them.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so you worked with Abbas Mastan,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Yeah,
web
so
series started after
that
that.
that show, that movie was a big hit, and then also my character was really
Appreciated.
appreciated,
Right.
and a lot of people in the
What
reviews
did Dad say?
mentioned.
Dad
Oh,
and
he
Mom?
was very very proud. He was.
When did he see it with the premiere or whatever? He was there.
Yeah, he saw it.
Must have been a little pressure, for him.
Oh yes, he saw it, but he was very happy. He said, you don't look like a first timer. It doesn't look like it's a first movie and whatnot. So he was very happy, very proud of me.
The
And
peop-
also, I did a couple of scenes which were written, but when they were still shooting, and the feedback they got from the rushes and everything was that no, we need more scenes of this girl.
Oh,
So
wow.
please add. So one other scene was written for me especially, and they said, "Nee, because acha lag raha hai, we've added another scene for you." So it turned out really well. And even the reviews, people mentioned me, and they were like, "But we don't know who this girl is. That girl has done really
What did
well."
you keep as your name in the film?
It was, so when I started doing TV, they decided to add Lever.
Huh.
So against my will, they were like,
Right.
nahi, humko kaise pata chalega?
But once
That's
it's
for
out, it's
ratings
out.
also.
Once it's out, you can't
Yeah,
hide it.
of
There's no
course.
point hiding it
Yes.
because then you look like who you trying to fool.
Yes,
Yeah.
so they added Lever.
Like
And then,
I kept the bachchan name, then I changed it. Because we're not
Because they were
we're
offended.
not related. So then people will start asking, Daddy ko bula sakte building ka function ke liye 26 Jan. And every time they ask me, I'm like, not really, Might be difficult. Yeah.
busy hai.
All right, sir. Let's get back to the career. There's also some web series. A couple
No,
of web series.
I wanted to ask, like Instagram content creation,
Oh, yes.
right? Like that really cuts out the gatekeepers of comedy.
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
can do whatever you want. So when did that start?
So when, I think just before COVID, 2018, 2019 was really slow for me,
Why?
work-wise. I wasn't getting enough jobs on TV, and I was like, no,
think
I
the
don't want to
problem is
do the
always
same
where do
stuff.
I think they'll think where to put her. Because they can't decide whether to, they always want to have the comedy track also, but they also want to have an acting track, and they worry,
Yeah.
can we take a risk like that because they'll want the comedy?
And then also was doing the same kind of stuff
Yeah.
over and over
Right.
again,
Yeah.
and I got so tired of it, and I
It's
said,
like the
"Nahi, yaar."
podcast. Same thing, different clothes. Not even different clothes, yeah. Sometimes same
But the
clothes.
guests,
The guest shows do very well. Other shows are horrible. Nobody. Even the people who listen stop listening within 5 minutes. Yeah.
Back to Instagram.
Now you'll have a real shocked expression. by the way.
okay. So moving on.
Yeah.
So 2018 and 19 was really slow for me, and then COVID happened. So I said, "Arey, abhi to mera career khatam, and people are going to forget me, and nobody will remember me and whatnot." But then I got really bored at home, and I said, "I have to do something to entertain myself." One, and then also I have 100K followers, and they followed me for some
also.
reason.
Right.
So they're like, yeah, this girl is funny. We need to, we want to see her more. So I said, okay, I'm going to entertain them for free and just do it for the love of acting and comedy. And then every day I was either wearing a sari or I had sindoor on my forehead. I was roaming around the house and my dad was like, beta, tu theek hai, tujhe COVID to nahi hua. Like he would come and, I'm not even joking. He'd be like,
Touch
are
your
you
head.
okay?
Yeah.
He would touch my forehead, check, bukhar hai, kuch hai, can you smell, hear, everything okay? And I'm like, no, Dad, I'm fine, let me do this. So one day I was Sonam Kapoor, the other day Usha Uttup, and another day Asha ji, and just making
Do
content.
Usha Uttup. But first I have to cough. Please.
Oh, darling! Oh my God, I really love Jamie. She's so good, She's my darling. Rumba, ho, 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 ho. Now let's go, go.
Superb. Excellent. It's a great show. Quietly we slip it in. We just get more and more stuff we can use later. When the guests are boring, we'll put Jamie's one bit in the
Yeah,
middle.
sure.
Here's Asha with a message. Boom.
Yeah, and then a lot of people started calling me and saying, Arey, this is really fun. Usha ji actually called me.
Yeah.
She saw a video of mine where I was doing Asha Bhosle ji's skit, and she really loved it. She called me at 7 o'clock in the morning. She goes, Jamie, my darling! Not even kidding.
I have a tough question. Is it Asha G or Asha Bhosle G? Because shouldn't you put the G after Asha?
Yeah, Asha Ji is
Yeah, because I want to know as I get more famous how to address the icons.
More
I don't want to make a
famous.
mistake.
Okay, right.
Asha Ji.
Is it Abbas Ji or Mastan Ji?
Neither.
Sorry. You should be a partner there. Give me Abbas, Mustan, Abbas. It'll be great fun.
They do have a third brother.
They
who-
They do.
Hussain Ji.
Hussein.
Yeah.
Correct.
Hussain Ji.
Hussein Ji. I love those guys. They're so sweet. Really.
They're really
Never.
sweet.
We've
They're
shot a
very
whole film
kind.
without them ever shouting. I've never had that in my life. It was
Oh, you really did a
we did
film with them?
film. but
I thought it was a
no, we
joke.
did a film,
Sorry.
and then they saw the rushes.
What was it called? I'm really curious.
It was called Penthouse because it was based on some other thing, Netflix material. But now they've
Okay.
changed the name completely. I think they will release it in the next month or so.
Oh wow, so it's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah. It may. Don't quote me.
It sounds like
She's
I'm
shocked.
ragging you and trolling you.
But please come for
No,
the.
I'm just genuinely
Please
asking.
come for the premiere.
I'll come.
Everyone has said no so far. The Telugu film. Are we running out
Yeah,
of time?
yeah.
God,
And then you have to go to
So
the
now
AMS.
you've made the foray into. By the way, Telugu is the home mother tongue as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Which people
నాకు
don't know
తెలుగు
because
వచ్చు.
yeah.
నేను తెలుగులోనే మాట్లాడతా ఇప్పుడు అందరికి తెలవాలి నాకు తెలుగు
But
వచ్చు
why abuse my parents? They've not done anything. But
Is
it's a
Sari in Telugu? Because-
Sari is
okay,
yes, yeah, okay.
Sari. Just say Sari.
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 Yeah.
But it makes sense also.
I can't. He's saying sorry to me abusing his parents. And then doesn't work.
But no, I'm just thinking they have the best record, Telugu industry. If you look at the last few years,
Like money or
The
box office
commercially,
wise? Yeah,
commercially.
yeah.
Also respect-wise, and also they've broken through glass ceilings, etc., etc. So it's actually a good place to be.
Yeah.
In case you're interested, I can be dubbed boss. But yeah, so that's
yeah.
not released yet, but it will.
No,
release,
it'll release this year. So they happened to see my web series Popcorn,
Yeah.
which came on Hotstar.
Hotstar, yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about Popcorn in 2 minutes. You should have mentioned it before. Huh.
That's okay. So I did Popcorn. I think it came out last year. 22.
Is the Kunal Khemu one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have
yes,
a
yes.
lot of comedians are in
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
web series,
It's a
yeah.
power
It's like
packed.
you can't tell if it's real or like a story or something because it sounds like they're talking about themselves, huh?
Huh. So then, yeah, it was a really nice show, and so I had a really good part in it because every episode I was playing a different character. So people really enjoyed it, and then they reached out to me. They did not know who I was. The hero, Allari Naresh Garu, he saw me, and then he told the director, "So we should need to get this girl to play this character."
Wow.
Yeah, and then they started researching. They were like, okay, who is this? Let us find out. And they had no contact and whatnot. They found out that I'm Johnny Lever's daughter, and they still did not know that I speak the language. Like, they didn't know my mother tongue.
What's the Lever surname?
हाँ कैसे पता चलेगा? And then eventually when we spoke, my director was like so nervous to narrate the script to me because he didn't know like how to communicate, and he was struggling with his English and all of that. And I said, sir, I can speak Telugu. And he was very happy. So yeah, that happened. And then yeah, I shot the entire film last year. So it'll come out this year.
So are you going to do more work in Telugu, you think?
I'd love to. My dream was to just make one.
You speak a lot of languages actually when you think about it. You know, you can
Yeah.
speak Hindi, Marathi,
Little bit,
English,
little bit of everything,
Telugu.
yes.
A little bit is
Yeah,
all you
thoda,
need.
thoda.
You don't want to
Huh.
talk for long. People are boring after some time.
You're saying this.
Yeah. I only learned 8. I went to China, 8 words of Mandarin. I was good. Only one thing when they asked me, do you believe in different genders, can you name them? Then I struggled. Because just in Mandarin, it's really long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the word for girl, it takes 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah. Why are we discussing
Yeah, I don't know
this?
why I'm
Yeah.
nodding along with what you're saying.
You're so happy to hear
Yeah,
this.
of
Like,
course,
this
yeah.
old man is insane. I better not, say anything. Yeah. Quick word about Popcorn. Can you do any male impressions? That's also fun. Like
No, but like girls, when they do male impressions, it doesn't work.
why Kunal did
Nee, but how?
Lata
It
impression
doesn't
for
sound
20
right.
years.
That's male doing female, no?
So you're saying male doing female is okay? That's sexist, yeah, James.
No, but like the vocal cords, matlab वैसा tone we can't do.
Can you
ना,
Kunal
exactly.
Khemu?
No, I can't.
I'm sure you can.
It's a hard one to nail.
Yeah.
No, he's quite animated. It's possible. Yeah. For next
Can't.
time.
For
Homework.
next time, I'll practice and come.
Kunal Khemu. Yeah. So that's what's releasing now. What else?
Telugu film is coming out this year, and then I'm also doing a film with Vidyu Jamwal, which I shot last year
Wow.
as well. It's called Crack, and that's set to release.
Will he be having his clothes on?
Actually, no.
He famously
A little
takes,
bit.
she's saying,
Thode kapde.
he ain't no Jerry, bro.
We should mention the name of the Telugu film. What's the name?
Are we allowed to? We're not allowed to. They're doing a publicity.
We can.
We can?
It's called Aa Okati Adagaku.
Which means come and dance with me. I just took a chance. No,
You went with the meter of the how it sounded. What can I fit into
I
this?
felt like it has a love lyric to it. I felt more like romance. So what is it?
It's called Don't Ask That One Thing.
Oh.
एक चीज मत पूछो.
my
ये मत पूछो.
That what is the title? Never again. Sorry.
Okay, we have to go to the AMAs. So these are questions that our listeners have sent to us.
Oh.
The first one comes from OT. That's the screen name. You switch between stand-up, acting and singing. Is there something you haven't explored yet that you want to try? That's the first part. And the second part is, what's your mom's role in your life, given everyone assumes dad's...
Actually, she must be the most versatile artist there is in terms of...
Given everyone
what she
assumes
Thank
dad's influence has rubbed off on you most. So, yeah.
We can't ask so many questions. You're allowed only one
Yeah,
question.
like-
Do hi hai, something
Too
you
long,
haven't
yeah.
tried and
OT
your
is
mom's
over the top here for me. Huh?
Something I haven't tried is playing a negative character. I've played like a serious role in my last movie, Yatris.
Yeah.
And people were like, "नहीं, Jamie का मजा नहीं आया, उसने comedy नहीं की." I wasn't supposed to do comedy. It was a serious role. But
But
then...
when Lata ji credited you with the Asha ji performance, that's not a negative role.
Huh?
Why you
Marathi politics.
why you try to be like trying to do ungli?
Sorry.
And yeah, your mom.
Well, sorry, I just want to ask follow up. So, negative role, as in you want to play like a villain?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, someone actually, this one time somebody reached out to me and said, it'll be nice to watch you play a serial killer or something like that.
Wow.
And I said, okay, but aisa lagta hai from my face,
you-
people want to laugh.
No,
They
but
see
that's
me.
the whole thing that we can't tell you're a serial killer. But one shot should be there. One killing scene towards the end when they know who you are, where you do the Johnny Lever face after killing.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be epic.
That would be fantastic. Man. Stab.
And
Abbas Mastan can do that, no? Like they can make like comedy, then they twist.
yeah,
He was a villain
Comedy,
all
comedy,
along.
comedy. But yeah, I would like to play a negative role. That'll be fun.
Right.
And then, yes, about my mom. She's been, oh my God, such a support to me. Because my dad, obviously he's trained me and he's become like a boss, like since the time I started working with him as well. So then he was more like a boss to me and then he was like a guide. But obviously somewhere you need that emotional support and it's hard to go through, that
You all
comedy.
fight creatively?
My dad and I?
Do you like say, no, I don't do this way and all that?
No. I'm very like, I'm very quiet and I listen to him.
How
Everything he
sweet.
says.
You
Yeah,
see
yeah.
my daughter.
I'm very obedient like that.
No, that's
I don't
totally
back answer and
understandable,
stuff.
I mean, now she only talks with hand gesture. Some kids are 17 yesterday. 17.
Oh, wow.
I got a gun. Because 17 means hormones mean men mean someone like me. Got a gun.
I got a gun.
I decided I'll shoot him in the
Poor
legs,
child.
even if he's nice. That we've established our relationship.
What?
I'm like, let me shoot you in
You're
the
gonna
legs.
shoot your child in the leg?
It's a Sicilian thing. We do that with our people. Not my daughter. I'm going to shoot the guy.
That's what he'll shoot the
The guy
person
who
he
comes
brings
I was
with
like,
him.
your daughter? I was like,
If she
no.
brings a boy home saying that I'm going on a date, I'll just, excuse me, what's your name? Let's say his name is Pankaj. Pankaj, hang in there. And bang! Ah, what do you do, daddy? What do you do? Now we've established a relationship and now he's never going to do anything bad to you. He'll not even break up even if he doesn't like you. We'll get rid of him if you don't like him.
And the poor daughter, like if she was to date someone, uska kya, देखो मेरी हालत. इसलिए मुझे कोई नहीं
Look at the
मिलता.
love of a father. I shot the boyfriend in the leg even before he could do anything. Can you imagine? And he's got another leg, so he knows. I don't mean anything more. Hey, Abbas.
Yeah.
Don't mustan me on this one, bro.
Okay, next question comes from Hamisha. What is your reaction when people randomly ask you for jokes in public places?
Oh,
A
God.
doctor friend of mine got fed up with people asking for health questions, and in a wedding, she asked the person to lie down and she'll examine. The person politely left.
Oh, wow.
So, what is your?
But
But
this
this
point
is
matters
this is
to
all
get
the
out?
time, especially now. Whenever people see me, they're like, "Arey, Jamie, thoda आशा हो जाए." मैं नहीं.
You were talking about Cyrus 10 minutes ago.
But thoda asha ho jai sounds like somebody's not happy with the government. I need something.
And then or like Farah ki hasi kar do or ye kar do, whatever. So it's a little difficult because sometimes you don't want to do anything. You don't want to. I love interacting with everyone.
It's also too forward.
Yeah, but it's like too much. So I'm like, I politely say no. And then I'll be like, video डाल
But this
दूंगी
time-
कल. Enjoy कर
But on
लेना.
our show right now, you've said yes mostly.
हाँ, because I'm taking money, no? Later.
That's a funny
It's out of
fact.
respect for you, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Out of respect, not truly.
I mean,
That's
there's
true,
old
though.
and there's old.
Okay, next one comes from Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne asks,
Wayne.
yes, are you related to Ori? I saw his video where he says, I live so I'm a liver.
I want to
Good
be
point.
related to Ori. He's having the life, huh? He's really
and
making
he's the
and
Kim
he's killing it.
Kardashian of our country because nobody knows what he does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sab
And
jagah
all
pahunch
of my
gaya.
friends are asking me like I would know.
Yeah, why don't you know Ori? Even I get this.
Yeah,
You should
I
be knowing this
don't-
Ori. I said, who's Ori?
I just made a video where I used his clip where he said I'm a liver and I'm like no I'm a liver.
Yeah.
So I just put that in and people think mera koi friendship hai usse because he's commented saying ye whatever.
Oh.
So
What the hell is a liver? The moment you're not dead, you're all livers. What's
true,
he-
yeah.
I don't understand them. And this
We're
guy
all
is a
livers.
superstar. We can't get him on the phone. We're trying to get him for the podcast. His 7th secretary says 15,000 rupees just for him to say hello.
No way. If you do manage to get him, please call me. I'd like to just say hi. Just say,
You're a fan?
no, I just want to see
You're
the guy.
Johnny
If he's
Lever's
real, is he
daughter?
real?
Greatest of
Yeah,
all
but
time.
he's a sensation.
No,
right?
but he's a
He's a
sensation
sensation.
right
He's a
now.
sensation.
Like he's the thing now.
Yeah, he's big.
So
a lot of
I'm
kids.
sorry, I don't know.
A lot of
Ori.
kids in school say, when I grow up, I want to be Ori.
Yeah. That's a legit
For my
ambition.
age group, it was, I want to be a
Sorry.
You know how it changed over generations.
Okay, the last question comes from HN. They ask, Jamie, at any time you have performed with your dad, are there some
She has.
legendary, funny or memorable stories that you can share with us? While performing?
Okay, so he always says this every time I'm on stage and I finish my set and I'm leaving the stage and that's when I introduce him back
Right,
on stage.
yeah,
So he
yeah.
comes and he goes, manufacturing defect. So that's the one thing that I've revealed.
man.
Yeah, people who've seen us live, they know.
It'd be a great show, no? They do an improv show together. But the one-upmanship will then be visible. What they'll do at home, which we'll never see. Yeah.
No, you do see it on her Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, on Instagram, is he, do you fight a little bit and argue and all that?
So I'll tell you, when I started making videos and started getting views and stuff, people started reaching out to him from everywhere and saying, "Arey, ye video dekha, wo video dekha." So he used to be like, "What have you made? Show me. You don't show me anything." So I started showing him, "Acha, this video has gotten so many million views or whatever." So he's like, "Arey, acha hai, very good. Kal hum log ek video banate hain." You know? So the dance videos, it was his idea. He's like, "We should do like a video together,
He
all of
wants
us."
your followers.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but he's competitive like that. So he's like, no, let's do something together. Even now he's like, chalo, what's next?
It's amazing that the father, in spite of being as big as he is, wants to encourage his daughter to do anything for her, but at the same time,
Also
he doesn't
wants
want to
to-
overtake. Don't overtake me yet. मैं बोलेगा जब finish line आएगा मैं बोलेगा. Stand there.
Yeah, that's all the questions we have.
Yay, from
Jimmy-
OT and HN
And
Bruce
Bruce
Wayne.
Wayne.
Last. We have 2 minutes. Last.
Yes.
So what about romance? You mentioned, you make a joke and all that. I can't believe you're so successful from this royal
I'm
comedy
so
family.
successful and so single.
Why? How? Most of the single people I know look like me. What's the reason?
I don't know. People just don't approach me. I think they find it a little intimidating over me being
That's
a
for
comedian
sure.
or
That's for sure. But you've not met anyone where you like hit it off in the last year or so?
no.
Okay, will you choose from
It's a
the
fact.
we've got lots of people outside.
Why you make this a Simi Garewal show in the last 2 minutes?
If it's Simi Garewal show, you'll be seeing my eye. You see my eye? There's no eye shot yet. You'll be like, तो बताओ, प्यार के चक्कर में कोई है या नहीं? And then her eye. And her other eye. And cut to Johnny's picture from somewhere. Looking like, okay, as we end, we have to end with some expression. Now, what should we end with? Come on. I guess that's the time.
That's a good enough. Yeah.
Okay, that's it from us on Cock and Bull with Jamie. Check out her new film.
Not
Check
Cock
out
and
all
Bull,
her
this is a guest
stuff.
episode.
Sorry?
Cock and Bull is a separate
Oh.
episode.
Oh,
This
it's
is a
not Cock
guest
and Bull. I've just
episode.
been informed. That
After 2000
so
episodes.
quick to correct the old man. No? Can't wait. Yeah. No, we keep changing the name. It's not my fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For
So
good
what is
luck.
it called now?
Cyrus Says.
Tiger.
Cyrus Says. Tiger.
Okay. Do you want to end with a song?
No.
I don't know. This guy doesn't know
song?
anything. He's a very good singer.
Yeah. Oh.
What's the Grease song you were singing?
Oh, God.
Hopelessly devoted? No.
No. I just
What is it?
told
You just
you.
said it.
Oh,
Next week,
Beauty-
same place,
Beauty
same
School
time.
Beauty
Dropout.
school dropout.
Beauty
yeah.
School
I can't remember the
dropout.
lines.
I'm a beauty
But I
school
descend from
dropout.
heaven.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ask her.
And we were angels just.
Just officially end the episode, no?
Yeah.
You've been
Once in the
dragging.
rehearsal, I couldn't descend. I was stuck. I remember that. So I was just over their heads. And then I tried to act all macho, like, hey, take your time. I was shitting inside. It was like, because it's right on your groin area and you're stuck there and you're about 10, 15 feet high.
And then he would come down and all of us would do the Ori pose.
Yeah. And all of them could sing and dance and look better than me.
Right.
That's life.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.